So I'm at the beginning of day 6 now. I've only got to get through today and tomorrow, and that's it. I'm just like counting down the days until I can have something proper to eat and a sugary drink and that. Last night I couldn't eat all of the lentil soup I made. I don't know whether it's just because it's the same taste all the time kind of thing, or what. But I mean, like this morning I feel kind of bloated. I'm actually looking forward to having the sort of bean burger thing or pasties or whatever it is. I forget now. Yeah, pasties things that I was going to make. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Yeah, I can easily say that I could not do this for longer than a week. I really couldn't. And obviously, those Syrian refugees, they don't have a choice in the matter. They just have to do it. I kind of feel privileged that I don't have to do this for more than a week. So I'm about to go down to Co-op with my mum to pick up a couple of bits of food, milk and other essentials and that. And tomorrow we're going to be going up to Iceland to get the frozen food. And on top of that, I need to make a delivery order from Morrison's because a lot of the stuff that I would usually eat, I can't get in this town. I have to get it from Plymouth because the town here just doesn't stock it. It's going to be fun doing the food shop, knowing that I can't eat any of it. But it's also as well buying things with while feeling hungry is never a good idea. I've got to be really careful about what I pick up because am I picking it up because I am really craving those things at the moment, or am I picking them up because that's the food for the next month? So today there's someone posted up in the group about how the ring pull had come off of their tin of sardines, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, I don't think I can get it open with the tin opener." So I suggested to them, "Oh, you can open it with a concrete step or something like that." And I said, in the past, I've been in a situation where I've had to open tins with the edge of a curb. So this is how you open a tin using a concrete slab. So you take your tin and your concrete slab, and as you can see, it's starting to go, so it just needs a little bit more. So after you've given the top of it a bit of a rinse off and a clean, just push around the edges and you'll see there you go. I made a short crust pastry using some of the vegetable oil instead of butter, and this is using around about 4 days worth. Well, it is, yeah, it's 4 days worth of flour, and it was just a splash of oil, mix it up into, it's like breadcrumbs, add water. I left it in the fridge for an hour and then rolled it out between 2 sheets of baking parchment because can't spare the flour, can't spare the oil. I've now cut the pastry up using a pastry cutter, and I've left like one bit there of like just some of the odd bits that are left over, and I'll kind of use that for like a sort of sausage roll, I suppose. This is the mix that I'm going to be using as a filling, which is basically just the last of the lentils I had, a tin of kidney beans, some ground garlic, a little bit of paprika and quite a bit of cumin. So I take one of the circles and then roll it out a bit thinner, and then I put some of my filling in the middle of it, wetting some fingers in some water, putting some water around the edge of the my brain's quite a bit foggy from this, so I'm even forgetting simple words like pastry, and this is difficult to do with one hand while using the camera at the same time. So I'm going to finish all these off. So basically my next bit is to fold these over and then kind of crimp it together, but that's difficult to do while holding the camera, so I'm going to show you them all when they're done. So my first one turned out a bit crud. That was, I think, due to overfilling it. And I also noticed the time. I'm usually editing my video at this point. These are all ready to go in the oven. So now they're done. These are my ration pack pasties. I'm going to let them cool and then I'm going to see what they're like. So this is the end of day 6, just tomorrow to go. And I don't think I could do this for any more than a week. Today, when I went down the shops with my mum, I felt like I was going to faint. Or something. I felt like I was going to collapse. And again, I think it's more down to the lack of sugar. My mum even suggested to me that I stop, that no one would blame me for stopping. But I said, no, I'm going to see it through. But yeah, I'm not going to cook any food tomorrow. I've made up a load of those pasties. And I'm going to try one now. Yeah, and that was way better than the rice. I think one of my issues is I seem to be struggling to salivate. And I don't know whether it's just because my body just doesn't find what I'm consuming appetizing or what. I've been consuming loads of water, but it's like it's like my body isn't recognizing it as food. My stomach's telling me I'm full. My body is like really crying out for stuff. The closest comparison that I can come to is like nicotine withdrawal. Like, you can put as much food in your mouth as you want. It won't satisfy the need to have a cigarette. And that's how this feels. And the thing is I can't tell whether this is like a food addiction or whether this is my body is actually needing these nutrients. Is my body actually saying, give me sugar? Because one of the things that I am craving the most is things like jam. Not necessarily like sweets, but it's things like jam, chocolate, ice cream. And it's like I've come to the conclusion that the things that I'm craving are basically protein, fat, and sugar. That everything that I'm looking at and go, I want that. It's like McDonald's. I'm not necessarily interested in the salad or the bun. It's just the burger and the cheese that I really desire. The burger, the cheese, and the drink. When I say that I want a kebab and all that, it's the meat, it's the fat that I want from that, and I want to finish that off with like I want to wash it down with a Pepsi. And so it's obvious that the things I'm really craving are protein, sugar, and I just said the word fat. That's one of the other things as well that I've been experiencing way more today is the brain fog. Today I have been forgetting how to talk. I don't mean like forgetting how to make sounds with my mouth, but it's like I'm finding myself like having to pause halfway through a sentence because I can't remember the word for something. Like, I know it sounds silly, but it's like forgetting what this is called. It's like forgetting that this is called a cup, a word you use every day. That's one of the main issues that I've been having today is this brain fog and this absolute lack of energy. I don't mean I haven't got the get up and go feeling. I have the motivation to do stuff. I want to do things, but I might even get up and try to do it, and then my body will just like feels like it wants to shut down. Like, it's basically if you do not sit down now, I will make you lay down, and that's how my body's been feeling today. And because of that, tomorrow my plan is to do pretty much nothing. So essentially my video tomorrow is pretty much going to be a closing video where I might go through some of the comments on stuff that are on the Facebook group. and read out like what people's see, I'm forgetting the word there. I know what I want to say and I just can't get the word. What people's experiences were and how they feel about the experience that they've had and whether or not it has changed them and so on. Yeah, tomorrow my plan is to do pretty much nothing. And I honestly cannot wait for Sunday. I am looking so forward to being able to have a cup of coffee. I'm looking forward to a scone and jam. I'm looking forward to a kebab. I'm looking forward to an energy drink. Obviously, I've had this experience through the week, but I can't imagine what it must be like to not have a light at the end of the tunnel with that. I can't imagine what it must be like for it to be every day and not knowing when that's going to end. But also at the same time knowing that you could be starving if it wasn't for the help that people are doing. Yeah, the packages are small. And honestly, if I was a billionaire or something like that, I would make sure that there was, like milk powder and sugar and more protein in there. I would make sure that those things were given out to them. If I had the money for it, I would pay for that out my own pocket. I really wish I could. And it really annoys me that there are people in the world that could do something about it, that could even end world hunger with their wealth and still be wealthy at the end of it. That is one of the things that's been on my mind throughout this week. But unfortunately, they don't do anything about it. So it does fall down on people like myself and all the others that have been doing the Ration Challenge to do something like the Ration Challenge to inspire people to make donations to charities such as Concern Worldwide. And yeah, these people in Syria are dependent on this, even though like the stuff that's in there isn't anything comparable to what we would eat every day. It still keeps them going. It still keeps them alive. And they're incredibly grateful for it. They're grateful for any little thing that they can get. So if you would like to make a donation, please click on the link below. And if you want to see tomorrow's video, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell notification and you'll be notified when my last video goes up. Thank you everyone for watching and I will see you all soon. Bye.